They've been playing y'all this whole time. That's what Katt Williams just said, on camera, with no filter, no hesitation, and no fear. In a jaw-dropping, fire-breathing, completely unhinged live stream that has already racked up millions of views, Katt Williams just exposed what he claims is the real game being played behind the scenes by Teyana Taylor and Tyler Perry. And y'all, it is dark. We're talking secret agendas, elite circles, and a web of power moves that allegedly connect music, movies, and money in a way that nobody saw coming. According to Katt, this isn't just about business. It's not about fame. It's about control and who's really pulling the strings behind the most powerful names in Black Hollywood. And what he's saying about Teyana Taylor, it's not what her fans want to hear. Allegedly, she's not the victim. She's not just caught up in the storm. Katt claims she's been orchestrating the chaos, playing both sides, and doing so under the guidance of none other than Tyler Perry himself. Yep, Katt says Tyler isn't just making movies anymore. He's allegedly running a whole operation, and Teyana might be the face of something way bigger than we ever imagined. But here's where it gets even more insane. Katt says he has documents, screenshots, and receipts, and he's ready to burn it all down. Hollywood isn't ready. And when you hear what he said about their connection to secret production deals, ghost-written scandals, and underground casting rituals, you'll never look at Teyana or Tyler the same way again. For years, the public has watched Teyana Taylor rise through the ranks, from a young star under Pharrell's wing to a powerhouse performer, actress, and director with undeniable influence. She's long been the industry's cool, edgy anomaly. The girl who never followed the rules yet somehow kept climbing. The one who stayed authentic, or so we thought. Meanwhile, Tyler Perry has dominated Black Hollywood for decades, hailed by many as a mogul, a trailblazer, a generational icon who built his empire from the ground up. From media to multi-million-dollar deals with studios like Bet and Netflix, Perry positioned himself as both the gatekeeper and the game-changer. But behind all the success, whispers have always followed him. Whispers of hidden influence, of control, of manipulation dressed as mentorship. So when Katt Williams, the most unpredictable truth-teller in comedy, decided to unleash what he called the real playbook, no one was ready for what he dropped. This wasn't just a rant. This was a strategic takedown. In a 90-minute live stream riddled with coded phrases, direct shots, and jaw-dropping name drops, Katt started laying out what he claims is an intentional system of control and performance, orchestrated by Tyler Perry, and now allegedly being weaponized through Teyana Taylor. And the timeline he laid out? It actually lines up with several strange shifts in Teyana's career. Let's rewind. Teyana burst onto the scene as a teenage phenom, styled like a tomboy rebel but always industry-polished. She was marketed as different, but never too far outside the comfort zone. After her initial success as a singer and dancer, she pivoted hard into acting and directing. People celebrated her evolution, until things started getting confusing. One minute she was beefing with Kanye West's label over creative control, the next she was directing fashion films for MAC Cosmetics. Then she's posting cryptic tweets about being silenced, only to appear weeks later starring in a romantic Netflix movie that she also helped produce. Fans chalked it up to Hollywood chaos, but Katt, he says it was by design. According to him, Teyana's image was slowly reshaped to fit a specific agenda, one that made her more bankable, less controversial, and more useful to those pulling the strings. And at the top of that list, allegedly, Tyler Perry. Now here's where it gets wild. Katt claims that several of Teyana's film roles, including ones she never publicly acknowledged, were connected to Perry's ghost production teams. These are crews that don't publicly credit him, but allegedly take instructions directly from his studio network to shape scripts, casting, and even press coverage. You heard that right, ghost production. According to Katt, Perry has long operated in the shadows of projects that have Black empowerment stamped all over them. But they serve something entirely different behind the scenes: compliance testing. Basically figuring out which stars are willing to play ball, follow instructions, and sell a specific image. And if you're wondering what kind of image, Katt says it's a sanitized, tightly controlled version of Black success. One that looks empowering on the surface but keeps stars in check, and the power centralized. Which brings us to the moment everything flipped. Last year, rumors swirled about Teyana's alleged split from Iman Shumpert. But instead of a messy, public drama, the two released eerily coordinated statements claiming they were still best friends, that there was no beef, and that the public didn't understand the plan. That phrase, the plan, is now being analyzed in a whole new light. Katt Williams says that's the exact type of language used in contracts tied to Tyler Perry's talent incubators. He claims Teyana's divorce rollout wasn't about privacy at all, but about control over optics. The point wasn't just to avoid scandal. It was to project a version of independent feminine power that aligned perfectly with new brand deals, studio projects, and what Katt calls next-phase grooming. He even suggested her involvement in certain wellness campaigns and sisterhood summits were staged, all funded by the same shell companies linked to Perry's extended media empire. But the most chilling part, Katt says there's a multi-million-dollar rollout plan for Teyana in 2026, one that will include a major docuseries, a scripted biopic in development under a pseudonym, and a massive campaign tied to female leadership in Hollywood. Guess who's allegedly producing the docuseries? An executive directly tied to Tyler Perry Studios. Now pause, think about it. Teyana Taylor, long celebrated for bucking the system, is now at the center of what Katt claims is the most systemized branding operation in the game. And if what he says is even halfway true, she's not just playing the game, she might be helping run it. But there's more. Katt pointed to several key industry moments that fans missed, but he says were red flags all along. A bizarre moment during a BET Awards afterparty, where Teyana allegedly refused to speak to another rising black actress unless clearance was given by her PR team. A leaked NDA that reportedly included Teyana's name alongside multiple production assistants tied to Perry's early 2020s films. And most disturbingly, an unreleased behind-the-scenes clip where Perry allegedly calls Teyana "my mirror" in front of executives during a pitch meeting. According to Katt, that's not just flattery. That's code for a grooming pipeline. A pipeline that allegedly turns authentic voices into performative figureheads, used to sell diversity while maintaining a very rigid system of control. But here's the kicker. Katt says he isn't done. Because buried deep within a folder of screenshots, voice notes, and emails, he claims to have proof that Teyana and Perry signed a strategic vision alignment contract, an ultra-private, highly controversial document that allegedly outlines shared goals for branding, image control, and the shaping of public narratives in black cinema. If that's real, it's not just career strategy, it's propaganda, and we're only scratching the surface. The moment that ignited this wildfire wasn't just another outrageous Katt Williams livestream, it was the leaked voicemail, short, heated, real. A voice unmistakably that of Teyana Taylor, furiously confronting someone on the other end. The audio, grainy but crystal clear in tone, leaked onto a small Reddit thread just hours after Katt's broadcast. It would have vanished into internet noise if not for one phrase that exploded across social media. "You think Tyler's gonna let that air? You think I don't know what the agenda is?" Boom. That line broke the internet. Within hours, blogs, podcasts, and celebrity gossip pages had picked it up. Some tried to dismiss it as AI-generated, but multiple audio engineers began posting analysis confirming. The voice matched Teyana Taylor's known recordings with over 96% certainty. And just like that, Katt was vindicated, at least in the public eye. Because this wasn't just a wild accusation anymore. This was proof of something bubbling beneath the surface. And Katt, he was just getting started. He followed the leak with a second livestream, calling it the receipt drop. In it, he laid out a shocking timeline. Emails dated back to 2023, with subject lines like "TT rollout next phase, confirm TP creative approval." Contracts showing Tyler Perry's shell company, Safe House Holdings, funneling funds into indie projects later picked up by major networks, with Teyana as the silent executive producer. WhatsApp screenshots between executives, casually mentioning things like she's on board for the fake drama arc and need her to appear burnt out by Q4 for PR pivot. But the most jaw-dropping part, a confidential memo titled The Garden Plan. Allegedly, this was a strategic document outlining an 18-month branding journey for Teyana, designed to paint her as a misunderstood victim of industry sabotage, position her for a high-profile comeback arc, tie her narrative to broader black women empowerment. Campaigns leak a scandal. Yes, intentionally leak a scandal to generate sympathy ahead of a major film release, and finally, redirect her audience into a new streaming series produced by Tyler Perry's BET Plus partnership, and according to Katt, that scandal was the Iman Shumpert divorce. He claimed it was mutually agreed upon, scripted, and timed to perfection. Even more disturbingly, Katt says the strategy included manufactured drama with industry friends, pre-written apology statements, and reactivation clauses in influencer contracts. forcing certain friends of Teyana to defend her publicly at key moments or risk being blacklisted from other productions. Let that sink in. According to Katt, we've been watching an orchestrated reality show masquerading as real life. And Tyler Perry? He's allegedly been behind the scenes directing the whole thing. But here's where the twist hits like a freight train. Just when Katt was gaining traction, a new player entered the scene. A whistleblower from inside Tyler Perry Studios. Posting anonymously under the name, Madar is watching. This whistleblower dropped a Google Drive link containing even more alleged receipts. Call logs between Perry's studio and Teyana's team, timed exactly with controversial public events, raw footage of a deleted scene from a Bet Plus project, where a character suspiciously mirrors Teyana's real-life storyline, and most shockingly, a group text where Teyana allegedly says, "If the public wants pain, give them pain. Let's go method with it." That single line caused total chaos, because if true, it suggests that Teyana was fully aware of the manipulation, and might have been using her own pain as a prop to gain audience sympathy. Now fans were divided. Some stood by her, calling her a survivor in a toxic system. Others began calling her a plant, an industry puppet who sold authenticity for power. And Tyler Perry, he remained completely silent. No tweets, no statements, not even a vague subtweet. But silence wasn't peace, it was fuel. Because just days later, CCTV footage leaked from inside a private pre-screening event hosted by Perry Studios. The footage shows Teyana in what appears to be a heated confrontation with a young actress. The audio is muted, but body language experts online went into overdrive, analyzing every motion. One segment shows Teyana jabbing her finger at the actress, mouthing the word leak. The actress recoils. Others intervene. Speculation instantly erupted. Was the young woman the real whistleblower? Was Teyana threatening her? Or was she warning her about something even darker? Theories multiplied. TikTok sleuths started decoding background voices. Redditors dug into the guest list. One chilling theory began trending. Teyana was supposed to break away. She was the rebellion. Now she's the enforcer. And here's where the fire turned to wildfire. A known celebrity stylist, who worked with both Perry's camp and Teyana's team, went on IG Live and confirmed she saw the Garden Plan document in 2024, calling it the blueprint for turning trauma into profit. She said, quote, "I didn't understand it at first. I thought it was just branding language. But when I saw it play out in real time, it felt like I was watching someone lose their soul piece by piece." She deleted the video within 10 minutes. But the internet never forgets. So now the narrative was completely split. Katt Williams, the chaotic truth-teller, who may have just pulled the biggest red curtain in Hollywood history. Teyana Taylor, the alleged mastermind, or the manipulated icon turned into a corporate soldier. Tyler Perry, the untouchable mogul, silent, unseen, but very possibly the most powerful puppeteer in the game. And let's not forget, there's still more to come. Katt ended his last live stream with a sinister warning. "You think I'm wild now? Wait till I play the voicemail from Perry himself." The screen went black. No follow-up, no audio, just suspense. So now we wait for the next leak, the next voice, the next collapse in the illusion of authenticity. And the scariest question of all, if this really is a game, how many more of your favorite celebrities are playing it too? Just when the world thought it couldn't get any more unhinged, just when it seemed like Katt Williams had pulled out all the stops, a hidden recording surfaced. This wasn't just another leak. This was the smoking gun. It started as an anonymous M4 upload titled TP Staff Call Confidential that appeared on a hacker-style forum deep in the underbelly of Reddit. At first, people thought it was a prank. But within hours, verified insiders confirmed the voices: Tyler Perry, Teyana Taylor, and a third unidentified male believed to be a Netflix executive. The audio quality was clear. The context, disturbing. In the clip, you hear Tyler's voice calmly say, "We're not crafting a story, we're building a legacy. Teyana's chaos is the entry point." Then comes the chilling part. The Netflix rep adds, "If we can make the public believe she broke free, that she's reclaiming power, they'll follow her to hell and back. That's the hook. That's your leverage." And Teyana, "I can play broken, but I won't be for real. As long as y'all keep my name untouchable, I'll burn whatever bridge you need." Mic, drop. Social media lost its mind. Clips from the call went viral under hashtags like #HollywoodPlant, #TylerLeaks, and #NotOurTeyana. But what exploded the situation even further was a second drop, just hours later. A screenshot of Perry's studio security log showing multiple entries labeled TT Black Room Session. Dates matched perfectly with several key PR moments from Teyana's timeline, her tearful interviews, her vague tweets about pain, and even her viral Bet Awards speech. What were these backroom sessions? No one had a straight answer. But then a former employee anonymously posted this. It's not literal. It's what we called the room where storyboards and emotional arcs were planned, how someone's meltdown would roll out across media. Think whiteboards with breakdowns. Week 1, rumor surfaces. Week 2, Teyana denies. Week 3, tearful IG live. Week 4, empowerment campaign. Suddenly, the term backroom sent shivers down the internet's spine. Because it meant this was scripted, calculated, and worse, weaponized. But wait, it gets darker. An insider from a major PR firm allegedly involved with both Tyler Perry's and Teyana Taylor's media handling leaked an email chain. The email with the subject line, Emotion Monetization Proposal, outlined shocking tactics. Trauma arc deployment schedules, redemption phase rollout metrics, and most disturbingly, Audience Sympathizer Index Q3 projections for Black women 25-39. Let that sink in. They weren't just managing a brand. They were turning real people's emotions into business data. Katt Williams saw this and he went ballistic. He took to livestream again, screaming, I told LL, this ain't entertainment no more, it's an emotional heist. They are stealing your feelings, packaging them, and selling them back to you as relatable content. That ain't growth. That's grief for hire. But here's the twist nobody expected. Tyler Perry's team fired back. An unverified but widely shared response statement from his PR camp circulated across industry group chats. It read, We will not address fabricated audio, stolen files, or perform for conspiracy theorists. Our mission remains the same, telling the stories the world refuses to hear. Sounds like denial, right? Except a now-deleted video emerged of Megan Good being asked about the situation during a red carpet interview. Her eyes widened when the reporter mentioned Teyana and the backroom. She didn't speak. She didn't blink. She just said, if I talk about that, I'd never work again. Boom, confirmation by silence. The industry knew. And suddenly, fans began re-examining every tearful celeb breakdown, every random public feud, every viral cancellation. Were these performances? Then came the next shocker. A former Bet executive, only identified by her initials RL, went on a podcast and dropped this. Teyana was supposed to be the Phoenix story. She rises from fake ashes to sell real product, but something changed. She started believing the pain was hers. That's when it got dangerous. And it lined up. Because a close friend of Teyana's in a now-deleted IG story posted this cryptic message. It was all fun and games until she started crying for real. Then nobody knew how to stop the machine. Even Katt went quiet after that. Because suddenly the conversation wasn't just about manipulation, it was about mental collapse. About what happens when you method act a breakdown long enough that it becomes real. And that's when fans noticed something eerie. Teyana Taylor hadn't posted in 11 days. No IG story, no tweet, no comment, nothing. Speculation erupted. Was she on a break, under legal threat, in crisis? Reddit threads suggested she was being reset, that her silence was part of a new phase in the Garden Plan. Others said she was genuinely spiraling and that the machine she helped build was now eating her alive. But nothing prepared the world for what came next. A private podcast clip leaked from a show allegedly hosted by a retired entertainment lawyer. In it, he said, "These celebs think they're in control. But once your narrative's in the pipeline, it belongs to the system. You can cry, plead, walk away, it doesn't matter. Your face will still sell it. Your voice will still echo in promos. And your downfall. That's part of the budget." He then paused and added, "Ask Teyana." Just like that, this wasn't just Teyana's scandal anymore. It was a wake-up call for the entire industry. Because if the allegations are true, if Tyler Perry really designed these downfalls as entertainment, if Teyana Taylor really helped push the blueprint, if Katt Williams really has even more audio to drop than Hollywood as we know it is one giant chessboard, and every heartbreak, every feud, every comeback, just a move. Say next when you're ready for as soon as the backroom audio, the emotion monetization files, and the Tyler Teyana Phoenix plan went viral, the internet entered total meltdown mode. Twitter, TikTok, Clubhouse, Discord, every social platform erupted into chaos as users, influencers, and even insiders weighed in on what has now been dubbed the Great Manipulation. The hashtags were trending globally within hours. Number Teyana Puppet. Number Tyler Puppet Master. Number Katt was right. Number the Black Room is real and the most chilling one of all. Number Who Else Is In It, because for the first time, Fans weren't just outraged at the drama, they were terrified about how many other celebrities might be part of these controlled authenticity arcs. First came the celebrity reactions, and they were nothing short of explosive. Cardi B, during a surprise livestream, was visibly distressed when asked about Teyana. "Y'all need to understand this industry. It's not what you think. Teyana, she real, but sometimes you gotta play a part just to survive." Meek Mill dropped a cryptic tweet saying, "I walked in one of them backroom meetings once, walked right back out." Deleted in 15 minutes, screenshotted in seconds. Then came a wild IG live from R&B singer K. Michelle, where she said, "If you don't believe they scripting emotions, you ain't been paying attention. Teyana was just the start. Wait till y'all see who's next." Fans in the chat lost their minds, but it wasn't just artists speaking out. A leaked Zoom clip from an internal BET staff meeting showed a junior executive asking, "Are we still airing the Teyana promo this weekend, or are we scrapping her arc?" Someone muted her. The meeting ended in less than 30 seconds. The clip hit the internet like a bomb. Even verified journalists started weighing in. Jemele Hill tweeted, "If even half of this is true, the emotional exploitation of Black women in media needs to be investigated immediately." And when she followed up with, "Stop monetizing pain for ratings, stop pretending it's empowerment," she was retweeted by thousands of activists, athletes, and celebs. But then the fans took over. Across Reddit, X, formerly Twitter, and even Threads, fan-driven investigations skyrocketed. One user dropped a 27-part thread connecting Teyana's BET speech cadence word for word with a monologue from a character in a recent Perry-produced film. Others began dissecting makeup cues, pointing out how Teyana appeared in vulnerable looks in pre-planned arcs, crying eyes, disheveled hair, low lighting, matching promotional themes for her upcoming projects. Fans were now seeing through the illusion. A viral TikTok creator named TruthSift gained 100,000 followers overnight by uploading side-by-side videos titled, "Teyana's Breakdown versus Scripted Promo Scene." Identical, Tyler's shadow play, when pain pays the bills, but it wasn't just reaction, it was action. Number boycott bet began trending, with fans demanding the network come clean about their role in what they called emotional propaganda. A Change.org petition titled "End the Blackroom Practices" gained 50,000 signatures within 24 hours, and a digital protest movement formed called "We Are Not Arcs." Their mission, to end the emotional commodification of Black celebrities and demand full transparency from studios and platforms. But here's the kicker. Some fans turned on each other. On TikTok and Twitter, thousands argued that Katt Williams had gone too far, that he was endangering a Black woman's mental health in his pursuit of truth. Others clapped back, saying Teyana had willingly joined the system and now she needed to answer for the consequences. The fanbase fractured. It was war. Even celebrities took sides. Lizzo posted on her story, "We need to protect Teyana, but we also need to protect our community from being used. Both can be true." Boosie, however, posted a completely unhinged rant. "I been said Tyler been on some Hollywood devil-ish. Now y'all see it." And what about Tyler Perry himself? Still, no comment, no press release, no tweet, no appearance, nothing. His silence became its own controversy. Blogs began tracking Perry's last known public sighting. A blurry photo allegedly showed him leaving an Atlanta hotel with security, his face hidden by a hoodie. And the internet dubbed it, "The Puppet Master Vanishes." Meanwhile, a screenshot leak from an alleged agent group chat revealed an internal memo suggesting studios begin scrubbing digital traces of emotionally manipulative branding plans. One line read, "If the Katt situation escalates, consider pausing all arcs resembling emotional comeback journeys until Q3. That alone sent the conspiracy side of the internet into a tailspin. Was Katt about to bring the entire entertainment industry to its knees? By now, even YouTubers, cultural critics, and documentary channels were launching exposés, hour-long deep dives, and full-on theory breakdowns. A YouTuber named Cultured Takedown released a video called Teyana Taylor, The Emotional Heist You Didn't See Coming, which reached 3.2 million views in 48 hours. It ended with the chilling quote, "If you can't trust someone's pain, what part of them can you trust?" By this point, the public wasn't just outraged, they were shaken. Because if Teyana was a player in a larger manipulation game, and if Tyler Perry was the architect of narrative puppeteering, then the entertainment industry itself was one giant illusion. And the worst part, we fell for it. Every tweet, every sympathy post, every rally cry to protect our queen. It might have all been part of the plan, and as the backlash rages on, as fan groups split, protests form, and more insiders speak out, there's one truth left standing. Katt Williams wasn't lying. He was early. And if this is what he's revealed so far, what else is he hiding? Just when the internet thought it had heard every shocking secret, every twisted scheme, and every manipulation tactic behind the Teyana Taylor and Tyler Perry authenticity factory, Katt Williams unleashed one final grenade. It started with a simple sentence. "Y'all remember that voicemail I said I had? The one they begged me not to play?" He paused, smirked, looked into the camera. "I'm not holding back anymore. You want to hear what the puppet master sounds like when he's panicking? Let's go." Then he pressed play. A female voice, nervous, breathy, almost whispering. He said, "We can't stall it anymore. They want Teyana to break down this week on camera. If she doesn't do it, the bet deal falls through. Tyler said we have to leak something personal. Maybe the divorce files, or maybe bring up her dad again." The clip ends. Silence, then Katt speaks. "That was from an assistant to an executive. I've got more. But I ain't trying to bury nobody who's already scared. You hear that? You hear what they do to black women. They script pain like it's a effing sitcom." The internet detonated. But that wasn't the real twist. Hours later, a shocking update came through a TMZ insider leak. A former Tyler Perry Studios staffer has gone missing after claiming to possess raw storyboards and unreleased scripts detailing celebrity breakdown arcs, including Teyana's. According to the report, the staffer, an editor named T, was last seen leaving the studio's post-production suite late at night. Surveillance footage cuts off just before she reaches the parking lot. Her apartment was left unlocked, laptop missing, and then an anonymous file dump appeared on a dark social server, labeled only as Phoenix Angle Alt Draft 4 Final Plus Notes. What was inside? Allegedly, a detailed script breakdown of a Teyana Taylor mini-doc, planned months before her real-life viral breakdown. It included emotional beats, wardrobe suggestions for gritty vulnerability, and an insert shot list with cues like, "Teyana stares out window," cue voiceover, "Sometimes I don't know who I am anymore," include flashback to baby photos, stir nostalgic sympathy, end on silent tear, pause, cut to black, identical to what fans had seen weeks ago, which led to one question echoing across all platforms. Was any of it real? And just when it couldn't get darker, a second file leaked, this one titled, Arc Expansion. Did he cross over prospects? The document allegedly discussed expanding Teyana's arc into an intersecting storyline involving another high-profile figure in recent controversy. Did he? The plan: to connect her reclamation arc with his redemption tour. And guess who the lead creative director was, according to that doc? Tyler Perry. The files outlined a 12-month plan involving staged run-ins, unexpected collab rumors, and eventually, a major public reconciliation. It was chilling, calculated, scripted, soulless, and then a new bombshell. Katt Williams returned to IG Live with a massive smirk. "Y'all think I'm done? I ain't even shown you the video, but I'll tell you this when you see it. You'll understand why they wanted me gone. This ain't about one actress or one director anymore. It's about the whole game. And guess what? The House of Cards is trembling." He ended with, "Y'all ready for season 2? Fans went wild. Comment sections overflowed. What video is he talking about? Did Teyana know she was being used, or was she playing along the whole time? Where's Tyler? Why is he still silent? This is bigger than anyone thought." And then a teaser. On Katt's newly launched website, a countdown appeared. 6 days until the final reveal, the teaser image. A shadowed figure in a wig, facing away, standing in front of a dressing room mirror. A blurry watermark on the image read, "Phoenix doesn't rise alone." And in the reflection, a folder labeled, "Monica's arc." Wait, Monica? Now the speculation spiraled again. Was Katt about to expose a whole roster of stars allegedly caught in these emotional exploitation contracts? Was Tyler Perry overseeing a hidden empathy manipulation empire, crafting breakdowns and comebacks to keep audiences invested, networks paid, and stars forever indebted? One YouTube commentator summed it up best. "This ain't about Teyana Taylor anymore. This is a Black Mirror episode playing out in real time, and Katt Williams, he's the glitch in the system." And maybe he was. Because if the leaked footage is real, if the scripts are real, if even half of what Katt has claimed is true, then everything we thought we knew about authenticity in Black Hollywood has just been turned inside out. Now the whole world's watching, waiting, breathing heavy, because Katt said he's not done. Tyler's still hiding. Teyana's team is scrubbing socials, and one voicemail already cracked the glass. But the next file, it might shatter everything. Now it's your turn. You've heard the allegations. You've seen the files. You felt the emotional manipulation play out in real time. So now we have just one question for YOU. Backhand index pointing right, do you think Teyana Taylor was a willing participant in this emotional scheme? Backhand index pointing right, or was she another victim of an industry that scripts pain to profit from our sympathy? Let's be honest, what Katt Williams just exposed isn't just a scandal. It's a total paradigm shift. And the truth is, we may never look at authentic celebrity moments the same again. So sound off in the comments. Fire was Tyler Perry masterminding a whole web of emotional puppeteering? Fire was Teyana truly manipulated? Or was she playing chess while we played checkers? And here's where it gets real. Stop Sign should bet, and other networks be held accountable for allegedly greenlighting staged reality breakdowns. Stop Sign should fans boycott brands that continue to monetize trauma for clicks, views, and engagement. Drop your opinions, drop your theories. This is your platform now. Collision, was the voicemail real? Collision, is Monica next? Collision, who else is being scripted? And don't forget, Katt Williams said the next reveal drops in 6 days. So if you thought this was wild, you haven't seen anything yet. Smash that like button if you're watching the House of Cards fall. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next explosive update. And turn on notifications, because when that next file leaks, we'll be breaking it down the second it drops. We're not just watching the drama, we're part of it now. This isn't a story anymore, it's a revolution. See you in the next one, because trust us, the puppets haven't finished dancing yet.